everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is Nightmare here, doing the prologue still. This is my third or fourth video in a while, so hope you guys enjoy. At last, I found you. A shadowy figure lured in the back alleys, lips curving into a slow, devilish smile. Sorry, I just drank something and I still got the taste in my mouth, so I'm savoring it. I imagine a little discipline will go a long way with you. Oh, I'm supposed to click, my bad. I made my way through the familiar streets of town, breathlessly unaware of any shadows lurking in the side streets. By the time I returned to the bookstore, the sun was sinking towards the west, painting the sky shades of gold and magenta. Honestly, it's quite beautiful, if you ask me. I wish I could stay and just watch. I didn't realize it was going to take me so long to find a gift for Rio. I hope he's not too mad at me. I tried to think of the best way to apologize to him as I pushed the door to the bookstore open. Welcome back, Nightmare. I was greeted not by Rio, but by a stranger sitting on top of the counter with his legs crossed and a faint smile on his face. I stared at the stranger. He stared back at me. Or glared, my bad. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I slammed the door shut, blocking off the sinister allure emanating from the store. Let's see, tools. Oh, it still has it. It's good. Am I imagining things, or was there a devil in the form of a man in the bookstore? No, I've got to be imagining things. I mean, devils don't actually exist, right? I'm tired and it's dusk, and I'm sure it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. It was just Rio. Please let it be Rio. Rio. I took a deep breath, stealing myself, and then pushed the door open again. This time, there was no devil sitting on the counter. Instead, he was standing right in front of me. That's a dreadful way to greet someone. Ah! I spun about, ready to run, but snaked its way around my middle. What does that around my middle? What does? Do you mean like your hip? So it's okay. I think it means like it's her hip, and another pressed firmly over my mouth. What are you doing? Shh. So long as you remain quiet, I'll allow you to keep breathing. I froze, my whole body turning cold as the full meaning of those words sink in. Certain circumstances stances have necessitated me coming to collect you. The man lifted his hand from my waist, snapping his fingers. Sorry, I was right. The middle is the waist. And several men appear out of nowhere, surrounding me completely. Where did you come from? And if those uniforms are anything to go by, you have palace cards, but for now, you are coming with us. But, wait, what on earth did I do to deserve this? I'm nobody, I work at a bookstore, Before I knew I was no match for trained guards, and I kept my mouth shut as they bundled me into the coach right outside. Dang, today is not my lucky day. Before I knew what was happening, the coach has taken me to the palace, place I'd only seen from a great distance. Wow, it's beautiful. The palace was solemn and regal, its towers stretching up into the cloud. And I stayed, dazedly up at them for a long moment. I am not used to talking to this much, so that's why I'm stuttering so much. I'm a very shy person in real life, and doing this is really, really hard. Wait, but this isn't the time for that. Why am I here? What's going on? Hey, you're in my way. What? I jumped out. I jumped, my nerves changing wildly as someone tapped me on the shoulder. I whirled around and found myself face to face with two young men, dressed in the finery the likes of which I'd only seen. You're a sight for sore eyes. She's a friend of yours. You. Yes. Why would I be? Bleh. Why would I be friends with a commoner? Are you sure she's not some past fling of yours? No, Kato? No, Kato? Okay, who on earth are you two? Two? I thought I was by myself. What is it with the man? Is he talking about me and the man? They'd appear out of nowhere, and they were standing too close. Their curious gazes focused on me, and I took a quick step back. Why so wary? Holding a grudge over a fling, perhaps? Huh? She really is a past fling of yours. You really are the most frivolous, revolting man. Hang on, could you two stop talking about me like that? Like like that when I'm in front of you? And who are you anyway? You were making me feel like an exhibit in a cage. For the moment I spoke, Eve's jaw dropped. You can't be serious. Are you saying you don't know who I am? That's exactly what I'm saying. Well, she's definitely not one of mine then. Who cares about that? I think it's unbelievable that she doesn't know who I am. Hey, watch it! Yves looked so aghast that I rinsed, ducking back as he reached towards me, but a sudden dark shadow blocked his way. Your Highness, I'm afraid the introductions will have to wait until later. What are you doing here? Is she your guest? She is, and unless you are fools, you should be able to guess why you've all been summoned. Oh. So that's what this is all about. Okay, what am I missing, and why does everyone keep talking about me like I'm not here? If you understand the situation, then please make your way directly to the round table room. Fine, we get it. Noctaco? I'm just gonna call him Noctaco. Knock. I'm gonna call him Knock. Knock raised his hands in a lazy wave as he strolled, breezily past me, the faint scent of some sort of perfume wafting up. The scent faded again quickly, and I breathed a sigh of relief. But suddenly, someone grabbed my hand from behind. I'll play with you later. Excuse me? I pulled my hand free from his grip, glaring at him, but he only chuckled, a knowing smirk on his lips, as he turned and left. I don't know who you think you are, but if I see you again, I'm keeping a safe distance from you at all times. I turned away from Locke, and my eyes met Yu's, and he put a hand on his hip and lifted the other, pointing accusingly at me. Okay, I lost it. I'll never accept you as Belle. You're far too bad. Okay. I'm just whatever. Okay, you don't even know me, and you haven't even let me get a word in edgewise yet. He turned his back on my glare, reminding me somehow of an angry cat, and I could see his tail swishing as he walked off. And I was so annoyed with being called mediocre that I glossed over the Belle thing. Why do I feel like I should know what it means? Now then, Nightmare, that's quite enough dawdling. We should be on our way, shouldn't we? Hey, you don't need to push! The man's hand on my shoulder was surprisingly strong as he propelled me forwards, and I hastened my steps to keep up with him. In moments, we'd passed through the biggest, grandest doors I've ever seen into the grandest hall I'd ever seen. Into the biggest, grandest doors I've ever seen into the big... Okay. Wow. I always wondered what it might look like inside the place. I feel like I've wandered into one of my books. Everything spoke of money and power, from the from the Marvel columns to the I hate my life. Meticulously arranged verses, and I felt dizzy trying to take it all in. But one thing's for certain: I do not belong here. I'm so out of place. Doubt surged up inside, drawing me to a halt, and a curious violet gaze moved to mine, ensnarling me. Oh, is this an expression of rebellion? It might be. If I even knew what I was rebelling against. Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Or at least who you are? Ah, that's right. I haven't actually introduced myself yet, have I? My bad. His hands dropped away from my shoulder, and he smiled calmly, but his smile did nothing to make me feel better. My name is Sorel. I am a minister of the royal court. Okay, and what does that mean for me? I realize you may be rare at this stage, but don't worry. I will train you to like me. Please tell me I heard that wrong. I didn't know a lot about court ministers, but I've always imagined them to be more noble and definitely a lot less terrifying. I'm not really into that sort of training, so if I could just go home now, that would be nice. I'm afraid you would have to forfeit your right to continue breathing first. As if the threat wasn't bad enough, his smile told me I'd already done a deal with the devil, whether I wanted to or not. Can I at least ask you one thing? My friend Rio was meant to be minding the bookstore while I was out. Is he okay? Yes, of course, and if you do as I tell you, then I will ensure that he stays that way. I'm really starting to regret all those times I wish I could stop in my own fantasy of a fairy tale or whatever. Hold on, I gotta fix my throat. Alright, I feel better now. Fine. I turned my head away, not wanting to meet that smug gaze any longer, but I couldn't tune out his quiet, pleased laughter. The more you rebel, the more I enjoy forcing you to yield. I don't even want to begin to imagine how someone like you ended up a minister in the royal court. My gaze snapped back to meet his as I glared at him, and he laughed again and began to walk away. He seemed more shadow than a man, but I hurried after him, my nerves jingling as I wondered what was going to happen to me. And here we are. A guard stood at attention on each side of the door, and as we approached, they moved forwards and pulled the doors open. He gestured for me to go first. The moment I stepped through the doors, the atmosphere changed immediately. What is this place? And it was another grand room, an imposing round table at the center, and seated around the table were 8 young men. They all turned at the sound of my footsteps, and suddenly I was the focus of their attention. Oh, wow. Okay. They all had the same sharp, piercing gaze, and I felt suddenly like a rabbit faced with not one but 8 predators. And, like a rabbit, if I made the mistake of running, the eyes were fierce and savage, yet somehow majestic as well. It was hard to look past and see the people they were. But as I slowly took in the scene before me, I realized 2 of the men I met outside the palace were among them. And then I realized the 2 men I'd seen on horseback in town were also here too. I was still grappling with that unexpected surprise when I wasn't expecting to see you again. Wait, Leon? Ah, this is life. This is my life. How is this my life now? I don't Okay, today's just getting weirder and weirder and weirder, and I'm stuck in this. How did I get out of this? It had only been a few hours ago that I'd met him in town, and at that time, he'd been just like everyone else. What? And yet, here he was, wearing clothes that had probably cost more than my house, sitting calmly at the table with a smirk on his face. Please, be more careful, Nightmare. You mustn't address a prince like that. Don't worry about it. I'm the one who told her not to get all formal with me. Wait, you're a prince? Yep, that's right. We're all princes here. This has to be a dream, right? This is some sort of thing. This sort of thing just doesn't happen to people like me. I mean, the people like me. Out of all people. Me. For a brief moment, I actually felt like I was going to faint, and then Sariel, we're gonna call him Sari, placed his hand on my shoulder. His grip was firm, but it was there to warn me, not to reassure me. Then, and I knew then that I wasn't dreaming. Thank you all for answering my summons so promptly. As previously discussed, we will now proceed with the ceremony to appoint the next bell. Okay, there it is again. And I swear, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. My bell is so important. I am not a bell. I am not a bella. I am not no one. I'm just Nightmare as a normal knight and a mare. Okay? A mare and a knight, yeah. To start with, the young lady's name is Nightmare. Yes, it is. Then don't call me Belle, please. Now, since this is your first meeting, I'd appreciate it if you all introduce yourself. Starting with you, Prince Luke. Do I have to? Your Highness. Okay, I'll do it. Luke sat the closest to where I stood, and he looked to be the tallest, but he was slouching so much it was hard to be sure. I'm Luke Randolph. I'm the 7th, no, the 8th prince, just something like that. I'm the 7th prince, Knock Kellen. You're welcome to visit me anytime in my bedroom. Okay, no thanks. And next up is my twin brother, the 6th prince, Lich Kellen. I am the 5th prince, Yves Gloss. I'm telling you my name because I have to, but that doesn't mean you get to address me by it. I'm Jin Gannett. I'm the oldest of this lot, and that makes me the 1st prince. We're all probably children here, but do your best with us, okay? I'm the 3rd prince, Clavis Lee. I can say that. Just call me Clavis, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That show you put on earlier today was quite amusing. You liked it too, didn't you, Chev? It was ridiculous. But considering the courage you showed, I will at least tell you my name. I am the 2nd Prince, Cheviol Michel. And that makes me a lucky last. I am Leon de Porter, and I'm Rotel's 4th Prince. Rodalia's 4th Prince. It's good to meet you again, Nightmare. Yeah, you too. But I still don't actually know what's going on here. Why am I here? Excuse me, you came all the way to the palace, not even knowing that. I was kidnapped? Thank you very much. What? You kidnapped? Did you kidnap her? I'm saddened to hear you say such dreadful things about me. She is here for free will. I am? You are, aren't you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a long-held tradition in Rhodolite that each new king shall be chosen by a commoner, and that commoner selected to fulfill that solemn duty is given the title of Belle. Oh, wait, it's been so long since I last heard anyone talk about this, but I remember now. And they're called Belle because they have a pure, beautiful heart, right? That's what allows them to make the correct choice. Yes, that's right. The last king took the throne before I was even born, so it's no wonder I forgot. Wait, hold on. Forget the history lesson. You mean I'm the next Belle? That's what I've been saying all this time. You will be choosing one of the princes here to be the next king of Rhodolite. And then I get to go home? Maybe? Just maybe? Just maybe? It's not like a... Yeah. It's not like I... Why don't you go by normal decisions? Huh? Are you serious? You want me to choose the king? I haven't enough trouble choosing what to eat for breakfast. All other thoughts went clear out of my head as the enormity of it. Sarah was suggesting hits me. But why me? I mean, this is a decision that affects every single person in Rhodolite. Who am I to decide that? I'm curious to know the answer to that myself. What was the deciding factor for you, Siri? The way she the way she slaps. It was that good, huh? Ugh. Now we're gonna live down. Now we're gonna live that down. Hang on, but that means... So you were at the festival as well, Serial. I see you're insightful too. Yes, I've been searching the town for someone suitable to be the next Belle. And I saw the brilliant way you handled that scoundrel in place of the prince. Why, I was charmed on the spot. You do realize I did that out of desperation. The more desperate a person is, the more they expose the truth of who they are. Your superb judgment, your decisiveness, and your refusal to give up even a scoundrel all sojourn in possibly in beautiful art. And yeah. And there's no doubt that you're an exceptional person, more than worthy of the title Belle. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I know you're complimenting me here, but no. The more satisfied Cyril sounded, the more uneasy I felt. You caught my attention, and you should always take pride in that fact. Look, I'm really grateful you think so highly of me, but that doesn't mean I'm qualified to choose. You do realize if you turn Cyril down, he might start crying. I'd kind of like to see that, but I also don't have much time. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? It means we really need to be quick about choosing a new king, since the last king just upped and died on us. Wait, are you saying the king of Rhodolite is dead? Prince Clavis, that information is meant to be kept a secret from the people. Oopsie, how careless of me. You can still go ahead and cry if you want. Did you really just harumph? I didn't think anyone could get the better of you. Maybe I should take lessons from Clavis. I suppose the truth has been revealed then. Why would you hide that from the people of Rhodolite? That's a really big deal, you know, and they deserve to know. Serial's smile had a bitter edge to it, but after a moment, he let out a soft, resigned sigh. He gestured to the wall behind me, and I turned to find it covered with a large map. The kingdom of Rhodolite is a small nation surrounded by 3 other nations. Benoliite is our ally, and Jade remains neutral, but we had worked to build relatively good relationships with both. However, Obsidian is a powerful nation, and they desire Rhodolite as their own. They keep a very close eye on us. I assume none of this is news to you? No, not really. If news of His Majesty's death spreads while the regime is so unstable, they may take the advantage of the confusion and invade. Oh. In fact, when His Majesty first fell ill, they caught wind of that information from somewhere and invaded our borders. This resulted in our kingdom's own princesses having to head out into battle themselves to repel the invasion. Do you understand what this means? It's so obvious now that I'm surprised. I didn't see it right away, but I was now the only commoner Woodlight who knew the truth, and the weight of that knowledge felt almost too heavy to bear. I won't tell anyone that His Majesty has passed away. That alone is not significant. There's one more thing I want you to say. Look, Serial. As Prince Clevis mentioned, we must choose a new king urgently. Your fate is already tied to the fate of the kingdom. You will accept the role of Belle, will you not? Look, I get what you're saying, I really do, but I think I need more time to... Very well, Prince Leon, Prince Xavier, if you will recognize her as Belle, please raise your hands. Hey, I wasn't even finished talking, and I sure as heck didn't say yes. But before I could say another word, Xavier's hand lifted into the air. That was quick, King Highness. You're our leader. Though you should just be agreeing with that. I don't know what I said to her last time. I don't care who becomes Belle. It's irrelevant to me. Wait, he's your leader? But I thought the princes are divided into two factions. One centered around Prince Leon, and the other centered around Prince Xavier. One could say Prince Leon's faction favors domestic politics, while Prince Xavier's faction is foreign politics. The prince's opinions generally converge along these two opposing viewpoints, so they often entrust the final votes to the leaders. Well, I guess that makes sense. Wow, I'm learning about what goes on in the royal palace. I feel like I should be taking notes. Wait, what am I thinking? This isn't the time for that. I got caught up in the conversation, forgetting that the very important matter that Serial was trying to decide without my input. Prince Leon, what do you think? All eyes in the room turned especially towards Leon. Then his amber eyes met mine, as bright as sunshine. Nightmare? I want to know your thoughts. Ah! No, we're gonna end this here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.